Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and it is the end of April, well, getting the end of April, and it is time to start thinking about May's menu. And I thought that maybe I would bring you guys along for my preparation for meal planning, because I know that some of you guys have asked how you do that or are just curious about how to meal plan. And I recently started doing it a month at a time, which is a little bit difficult for me, but it's a little bit fun too. So I am buying groceries every other week, but I'm trying to plan my meals once a month. And I might go to once a month grocery shopping, but the problem with that is that I still need to get things, unless I spent my whole money once a month, I still need to get things. I mean, and I don't really have a ton of places to put things. I kind of like the idea of still grocery shopping twice a month. But I think the meal planning is helping me because I know what to look forward to, and I know that we have something coming up, and if I don't like it, I can change it. And I do need to get my menus from today, so I'm gonna, or not from today, but from this month. So let me grab that really quick. It's just right over here. Okay, so this is what I'm working with. I just printed calendars, and I just printed blank calendars like this. And I printed one for every month. And I don't know where I got these particular ones. I think I just Googled blank calendars and found these. So you can find them anywhere. And then I also have this that I used to use sometimes to write down what meals we were having. And this might be a good idea. I have a menu board now, and I'm just writing down the meals that I have for the week, or sometimes even 2 weeks, and then I can switch it up. My son really kind of likes that, so that's what I've been doing. And I started this in March, so here's my March list. I have a couple, 2.5 weeks-ish of meals there, and then this is my April. And some of the meals I actually made, some of them I didn't. It's kind of funny how it works out. And then on this side, I also wrote all of the different recipes I had, and not all the different recipes, all the different recipes I was planning on using and what to do with those. And in May, I already wrote on here, on one of the days, I wrote stuffed peppers with corn. And why I wrote that on here, I have no idea. I really don't know, unless I was going to make that in April and just put it on here. I really don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of cross that out because I don't know yet what I'm planning. And then also, to get started, I have a cookbook that I really have enjoyed reading, and there's some really good recipes in this. Thank you so much, Pat. And I'm going to look through this to see if there's some things that I'd like to make. I also have some printed recipe things that I have gotten. This one is really neat. This is from the Passionate Penny Pincher, and you can go to her website, which I think is passionatepennipincher.com. It might tell me on here. And these are all crock pot recipes, because in October they do a Crocktober, which is really cool. I might have to copy that and do something like that this year, like try to make a meal in the crock pot every night or something. So I found some really good recipes on that, and they seem really easy, so I'm going to do that. And then I also have my freezer inventory. I have my deep freeze and my fridge freeze, so I know what I have so that I can plan accordingly to that and kind of cook toward the food that I already have. And then I have a notebook, and I made this notebook, and I did do a video on it, so you guys can see that if you're interested. But I thought that I might use this to write down some of my dishes and where I found it, so that then I can go and transfer that to my calendar. So the last thing I'm going to do is write them in the calendar. But the first thing that I'm going to do is count how many days there are in May. January, February, March, April, May. There's 31 days. So I'm going to write 1 through 31 on my notebook so that I will know that that's how many meals I need. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I don't really need 31 meals, and I'll tell you more about that in a second. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and I'll do 28 up here, 28, 29, 30, and 31. So I have on my page, I just have 1 through 31. I'm going to write May 2018 meal ideas. And then I also kind of keep a track of what I need to purchase for each meal too, and I'll show you all of that here in just a second. And then I also have my Snoopy book that I have a lot of recipes written in that I really like. Now these are in no rhyme or reason, they're just kind of all written in here as I've seen them online or as I've thought of them or whatever. I've just written them down and thought, ooh, that's a good recipe, I should write that one down. And then I even have a few here at the end that I have cut out of magazines. So recipes, I'm in no shortage of recipes, let me tell you that. I have recipe books after recipe books after recipe books. So what I'm gonna do, I think, to get started is move you guys so that you're looking down at what I'm doing, or at least somewhat, and let's get started that way. I hope. I don't know, I started that and I don't really like it unless I move rooms and do it in where I usually film in my studio. Then maybe I should just do it like this so that you guys can see me, because I think a weird angle isn't going to be encouraging at all. So let me just start with this recipe book, and let's just open it up and find some recipes that I think look good. And I'm going to turn to the main dishes, and that's really what I prepare, our main dishes. So the first section of the main dishes is the beef section. So I'm just going to kind of look, and also I'm going to look over what I have really quick. So let's see, what do I have in the freezer? I have a few vegetables, I have ground turkey, I have some steaks, I have some beef fajita meat. That would be a good meal, just fajitas. I have 2 pork chops, I have a large sirloin steak, I have blueberries and Brussels sprouts and bacon and hash browns and pork tenderloin and au gratin tots. I have steaks, I have salmon, I have some pre-made meals. I have a pizza casserole and a lasagna. I have some enchilada pork tacos and a slow cooker lasagna in there. That's interesting. Maybe I'll have that still this week. And Hawaiian style country ribs. Those are from meal planning early, like, I don't know, sometime last year in 2017. And they just have never really sounded that great to me, so I keep skipping over them. They were one of those meal plans that that some of the ladies at work did, and you had to pick certain meals, and some of them just didn't sound that great to me. So as far as meat goes, I have chicken breast, pork roast, bacon, and this is kind of dumb, but my bacon is in a 3-pound package that I got at like Sam's or something, and I froze it, which is great, but I didn't make it into individual like 1-pound bags or anything. I just froze the 3 pounds. So that's been intimidating to me, and I've just left it in there because I don't really ever need 3 pounds of bacon. So I don't know if I should thaw it out and then break it up into smaller and then refreeze it. I don't know if that's okay to do, so I really just haven't done much with it. I should probably look into that and see what the harm is, if any, of doing it that way. And there may not be any, and it may just be perfectly fine. Or, you know what, it's worth a shot, because otherwise what am I going to do? There's never a time where I need 3 pounds of bacon. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, knowing that I have what I have. And I don't have a ton of beef, but I did have, I'm not a huge beef eater. I do have the steak fajita, like the it's like steak strips. So I'm going to put that down as a meal. I'm going to put steak fajitas. And for that, I have steak, but I would need like the peppers and stuff. I have some frozen peppers and onions. I know that I saw that. So I could even use that. I wouldn't necessarily have to get anything additional for that meal unless I wanted fresh peppers and onions. So I'm just going to put that down as a meal idea. Steak roll-ups, that sounds kind of good, but I don't know, sounds a little thick. Oh, I am going to go ahead and write down, I think I'm going to write down lasagna, and I'm going to put freezer next to it, so I'll know that that's a freezer meal. And I'm going to write down pizza casserole. Tess. And I'm writing freezer next to that one too, so I'll know that that is also a freezer meal. So let me look some more. What was the Hawaiian thing I had? Hawaiian style country ribs. That still doesn't sound that great to me. I would like to make shepherd's pie. And I can use my ground turkey for that. Enchiladas, lasagna. There's one called Mexican dish. That's kind of funny. Oh, homemade chili. Chili might be a good meal, especially if it continues to be chilly like it has been. I'm going to write it down. I love making chili. And there's country fried pork chops. My husband loves country fried steak and things like that. And I do have 2 steaks. I might write country fried steak down here. And maybe I could use my air fryer. And I won't eat very much, but I have 2 steaks, I know, and that could be for my son and my husband, and I could just have a little bite of each of them and be done. I'm going to write spaghetti because I have in my pantry some bean, like they're black bean noodles. They're noodles made out of black beans, and I could use those maybe for the spaghetti. I've been wanting to try it. I don't know if it will be any good, and I don't know if my family will go for it, but I might make 2 kinds of pasta, maybe make the black bean pasta for myself and make the other pasta for the like regular pasta for my husband and son, so that they can have that and I can have, you know, the kind that I can kind of eat, just because I'm the one who had this weight loss surgery. They didn't, so I understand. I don't know that I'd want to eat black noodles. It kind of sounds gross to me too, which is why they've still been in the pantry and I haven't tried them yet, but I do need to. Let's see. That's all of the beef recipes in here. There's a sour cream chicken. And that has bacon and that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna write sour cream chicken, and I'm gonna write page 60 and the Arkansas Farm favorites. So I know this is long, and I hope that you guys are okay with it. My son just texted me and said next week he works Monday through Friday. Ooh, crazy. Let's see. There's a chicken Italian style. chicken, oil, onion, garlic, tomatoes, oregano, parsley, and then spaghetti. I don't know. Oh, one thing I was thinking of doing were those Cornish game hens. My husband loves those, and I haven't made them forever. That could be a nice Sunday meal. Huntington chicken. Never heard of that. No, I don't think I want any of those. Mexican chicken, seafood, and then there's casseroles. My husband does not like seafood, so I skip that section. There's a casserole in here called train wreck casserole. Potatoes, onions, sausage, green pepper, mushrooms, tomato, Worcestershire sauce, pepper, oregano, parsley, and mozzarella cheese. That's funny. Taz, stop, bud. Beef noodle casserole. I don't know. Now I'm kind of already going, none of this is sounding any good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop that. And I'm gonna look through some of my other pages here and see what we have. I have a broccoli casserole, and it says it's healthy, so let's see what's in it. Onion, peppers, mushrooms, salt, pepper, flour, milk, cheddar cheese, Parmesan, broccoli, Ritz crackers, and butter. Doesn't sound all that healthy to me. It's from Plain Chicken. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but she makes some really good stuff. So I'm sure it's really good, and I could add some chicken to it to make it more. I'm gonna write it down here. I'm gonna put chicken, broccoli casserole, and I could do some things to make it a little more weight friendly. Oh, and then I have a tutorial here that I printed for something that's not food related. So we put that over here, and same with this, not food related. Okay, so now I'm going to look at some of these crock pot recipes and see what I think of some of those. Oh, the Italian beef sliders, that did sound really good. That's just beef shoulder roast and then some pepperoncinis and some au jus sauce and some hoagie rolls, and that's kind of like the Mississippi roast. So I think I'm going to put that down here. Italian beef sliders, and that's a penny pincher recipe, and it's a crock. So I'm writing penny pincher. Hopefully you can see that. It's like the sun is shining so bright, which I can't complain about, but I wrote penny pincher and then crock so that I know that that's what that is. Woo! That sun is shining bright. So that sounds good. And these recipes that I was telling you about from Penny Pincher, it's really cool because it gives you week 1 grocery list, and then it tells you everything that you need to buy for the week's worth of groceries. And I think that they do their weeks in 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 recipes for that week. You could just go with that and make whatever it says, and that sounds really cool. And I'm noticing too on the bottom of each page there's a daily grace, and this one says, Lord Jesus, be our guest, our morning joy, our evening rest, and with our daily bread impart your love and peace to every heart. That's really sweet. I like that. And it's different on every day. How neat. Okay, Well, that just made me like it even more. So I have my slow cooker Italian beef sliders. That sounds marvelous. It really does sound really good. And then there's slow cooker chicken nachos, which I know we would love. So I'm going to write chicken nachos down here. And I may or may not use the recipe for that because I kind of can do my own nachos. But I'll just still write it down here just because I'm looking at it on here. There's slow cooker rigatoni. I'm not going to make that because I already have spaghetti on here. Ranch pork chops. Now my husband loves pork. I'm not a huge big fan of pork. So let me see what's in this. This one has ranch dressing, cream of chicken soup, potatoes, butter, garlic, milk. I'm going to write it down here. Ranch pork chops. And again, I'll put the PP and crock. Slow cooker white chicken chili. I just don't feel like doing that this month. And see, your tastes will change throughout the month. So I go ahead and, like I said, I don't need 31 meals. I go ahead and plan 31 meals or write down 31 meals because inevitably I don't want everything that I've thought about for the month. And I usually don't cook at least one day a week. So on Fridays is usually our date night. Today is a Friday and my husband is working, but that's an exception, not the rule. So usually on Fridays I don't cook. And then usually we have leftovers. And then also some days I have to cook more than one meal. Like it might be an easy meal, like maybe we'll have something easy for lunch and then I need something else for dinner or whatever. Or, you know, lots of times, especially with crock pot meals, we'll carry it over for the next day too. We'll have that for lunch the next day, but maybe I won't feel like cooking or something like that. So it's inevitable that I never use all of the recipes that I come up with, but I never also, and I used to do this just every 2 weeks. So prior to my once a month planning, I would do this once every other week, which didn't seem to take much less time. And it's kind of nice to already have meals in the queue for myself. So that's the reason I decided to go to the once a month. Sorry, my nose is like totally itching. There's a slow cooker pot roast. Taz. Dogs. Actually, pot roast does kind of sound good for a Sunday meal. And I try to cook something on Sundays that we will enjoy and we all sit down and eat together. That's really the only day that my son and my husband and I sit down and eat together as a family. Most days during the week, my son either works or he's with his friends or he's doing homework. And my husband, depending on what he's doing, we usually eat together, my husband and I do, but my son doesn't always. He could be at his girlfriend could be here. If she's here and we're all eating, then we all eat together. But you know, it changes. It's just the season of life that I'm in. I used to make the kids sit at the table and we'd have dinner every night, but that has changed as they've gotten older. It's just the way things work out, I guess. Spaghetti and chicken tacos. Ooh, slow cooker Salisbury steak. We really like that. I'm going to put that down. I have a recipe that I use in my Instant Pot, and I think I've shared that with you guys, and it's a really good one. But I'm putting the penny pincher and that it's in the crock, but I give myself the luxury of changing the recipe up or looking at a different recipe. I'm just getting the idea from here, so I know where to start if I'm looking for something. Buffalo sliders, we really like those, but I'm not going to put those on for this month because I've already done that once. It seems like not too long ago, so. Chicken and dumplings, those are really good, but my husband makes the best chicken and dumplings. He really does. He makes homemade dumplings. Oh, lordy, lordy. Now, I make some really good chicken and noodles, and I've had that recipe on my site for a while. It's not very healthy, though. And I'm not going to include it, not this month. And then I've kind of been trying to do like a Taco Tuesday thing. So I'm going to write down, I know I need a few Mexican dishes, and I don't think I have any, and we love Mexican. So I'm going to put tacos. I think I wrote nachos tonight. Yes, chicken nachos and then tacos. So I know I'm putting that in here because I know we'll be eating some tacos. Ooh, skinny slow cooker cheeseburger soup. That looks good. I'm going to include that. I'm just going to call it cheeseburger soup. Cheeseburger soup. That sounds yummy. From Penny Pincher. And, oh, crock. It's funny that these are all crock pot meals. Now, you can change a crock pot meal to make it a regular meal, but Philly cheesecake sandwiches. How about that? Let's see. Chicken breast. Huh. Green peppers, onion, chicken broth, Italian dressing, garlic, provolone, and hoagie buns. I'm writing that down. Cheese steak sandwiches, even though it's made with chicken. And some of these I might do a Foodie Friday for too, so you can look forward to those if, you know, the ones that I choose to do that with. Chicken and dressing, that's so good, but not good for me. I'm not going to do that one. Sloppy Joe's, I've done that. A whole roasted chicken, I love that, but I'm really the only one who really loves that. Isn't that weird? Then she also has a homemade cream of chicken soup, homemade taco seasoning, homemade Italian dressing. That's a good thing to know. And homemade ranch dressing, and that's the dry dressings. And you know what I need? I need to get some onion powder. I'm going to write that to the side. Because I know that that's something that I need. And this has been long, I'm sorry. We've planned 18 meals so far. Oh, and this is her. I think her name is Lori. Isn't she cute? Aw. I'm so glad I found her. She's so cute. I just found her on YouTube. I haven't read all of her stuff, but slow cooker honey chicken. Ooh, I think my family would like that. Chicken breast, salt, pepper, honey, soy sauce, ketchup. Oh yeah, my son and husband would love that. I'm going to write that down here. Honey chicken. I don't know if I would like it or not, but on the days that either I make something that I'm not crazy about or that I don't think my stomach can eat, because for those of you that are unfamiliar with me, I had weight loss surgery in January, and so my stomach doesn't always like some of these things, and I can't eat very much of most anything. So I mean, like, I'm still doing 3 ounces or less of food at a meal. So like if I fix that honey chicken and it doesn't appeal to me when I'm making it, I have plenty of protein shakes or protein soups or protein whatever that I can eat, that I'm not worried about myself too much. I just really like to cook for my family, and I wanted to make sure I continued to do that even after my surgery. So that's what I do. Slow cooker broccoli cheese soup, I bet that's really good, but it's probably, hopefully, going to be too warm for that. Shredded beef tacos, maybe I could do a shredded beef enchiladas or something. I'm gonna write that down here. Shredded beef enchiladas. And I have some low carb enchilada recipes I know I've showed or shared. And so that's either what I do. I either make, instead of using tortillas, I will like fry an egg really, not even a whole egg. Like I'll take eggs, like kind of like or egg beaters, and make a really thin tortilla out of the eggs and use that as my tortilla shell. Or I take some of it and I just leave out the whole tortilla thing and I just eat the filling part of the enchiladas. So that works well for me too. Chicken minestrone soup, pork loin, chicken taco chili, no, pasta fagioli, sirloin sandwiches, breakfast casserole. I'm not big on the whole breakfast for dinner thing. I know sometimes it's fun, and when the kids were younger, we liked to do it, but chicken and gravy, that sounds good. And so the chicken and gravy is chicken gravy, Italian seasoning, the seasoning packet, the zesty Italian seasoning packet, beef broth, and paprika. Sounds pretty good to me. Tortellini soup, barbecue stuffed potatoes. I'm not ready for potatoes. Here's chicken enchiladas. Those sound really good, but oh, a slow cooker meatloaf. Now, I do love me some meatloaf. I'm going to write a meatloaf down here. We all like meatloaf in this house, so. And roast, pork cacciatore, chicken tortilla soup. The best chocolate chip cookies ever, it says. And there's a bread machine bread dough, which is kind of neat. So I think that's good. I've gotten the recipes that I think I want from that. And so now I have 22 recipes so far. So I'll keep those out. And then now I'm going to look through all good old Snoop, or Snoop. And that Big Mac in a bowl was really good that I've done a recipe on. I'm going to write that down because it was really good and it's really easy. Big Mac in a bowl. And then I just put Snoopy on it so I know that that's in that little book, my cookbook. Buffalo chicken. Cheesy mashed cauliflower, that would maybe be good as a side. Chicken salad, egg salad, those kinds of things I use for usually lunches on the weekend. Chicken a la king. I know I had that on my recipe, like on my menu. That's what I should do. I should look at what I had for April and what I didn't use, and then maybe add those to this week or this month. Cool Ranch chicken tacos, that would be good. Of course, I don't know where I got the recipe. I think it's in my Snoop, though. Yeah, I fixed most of those things, which is cool. Ranch beans, taco salad. You know what? That was really good. I wouldn't mind making that again, maybe later in the month. I wonder if, how many Mexican meals do I have? Chicken nachos, tacos, enchiladas, Cool Ranch chicken tacos. So I have 4. I don't know how many. When is the 1st? So today is the 20th and it's a Friday. So 20th, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Fuzzy. That cat's trying to go outside. Fuzzy. I have the door cracked a little bit and he was trying to open the door. You can't go outside. You're an inside cat. Now I lost track. Okay, so 20, 21, 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So the 1st, I believe, is on a Tuesday. So that would mean that there would be 5. So that would work if I wanted to include another Mexican dish, so I think I will. I will put my, what do I call it? Ranch bean taco salad. He's still trying. And I did do a video on that, but I'm not sure when it'll post. But hopefully it's before now. But if not, whenever it posts, you guys should try it because it's really good. Creamy Italian chicken is still something that I'm planning on having this month. A chicken Devon or chicken divine, I haven't had that yet, and I don't have the chicken a la king on here, so I'm going to write chicken a la king on this menu. So I don't know. The chicken Devon, I don't know that I wrote. I don't know if I got the ingredients for that or not, so that's interesting. We'll see. But okay, I'm just going to continue on. We're at 26, so I only have a few more left. So chicken a la king, I need to write on here that it's Snoopy. There's the chicken Devon. It does look really good if you guys haven't tried that. Well, it has whipping cream in it, and I know I don't have any of that. So I don't know. I'm not going to write it down right now. Beef with broccoli, that's a good choice. I think I'm going to write that down. Beef broccoli. Now there is a Philly cheesesteak sloppy joes that I've heard other people make, and then I looked it up on Pinterest, and so some of these recipes are definitely from Pinterest. I love Pinterest. It's perfect for finding things like this. And it has ground beef, garlic, salt and pepper, onions, bell peppers, mushrooms, and then French onion soup. And it's supposed to be a really good sloppy joe. I'm going to write that down. I do have Philly cheesesteak, something else on here already though, don't I? Don't I have? I have cheesesteak sandwiches. Well, I would just have to spread them out. So let's do Philly cheesesteak, sloppy joes. And this is for somebody, this menu planning I didn't mention is for my family, which I personally like to cook, and I like to make different things all the time. So, I mean, if you had something like you had 5 meals that you like to cook, you could cook them over and over and over again. There's no rules. You can do whatever you want. I like to make something different every night. I'm just weird like that. Bacon ranch cheeseburger tots, which is interesting because I know I have some tots, so I'm going to put that down here. My kids, but my husband would like that too. Anything with bacon cheeseburger, he's down. Bacon cheeseburger tots. You know what I'm going to put too? I'm just going to put cheeseburgers. Because it's May. And then I'm also just going to put grilled chicken. There's nothing wrong with having just kind of a plain meal. And then I really don't plan my lunches until the weekend. Like today's Friday, so I might start thinking today, okay, what should I make for lunch tomorrow? Sometimes we'll go out to breakfast. Sometimes we won't eat lunch. Sometimes we'll have an early dinner. It changes based on what's happening over the weekend. So I am not too worried about it. And also with the meals, you've got to keep in mind, sometimes you might get invited to dinner, or sometimes you might have other people over for dinner, or sometimes you might have plans that you didn't realize you had yet. And so it's ever changing and evolving. But that's why I write down the however many meals there are, how many days there are of the month. That's how many meals I write down. What doesn't get, what I don't use is fine. I mean, it's not like I bought all the ingredients. I'm just writing it down as an idea. And then, so now what I'll do is I will go through and I will look to try to make it so that I have my Mexican meals on Tuesdays, and just because I'm being weird with that, and my Sunday dinners on Sunday. And then I kind of look at it and go, okay, so this is what I have here, and I don't want to have two, let's say 2 casseroles in a row. I might want to spread that out, or I don't want to have 2 beef meals in a row, or 2 roast meals in the same week, so I can kind of divide it up. So that's what I do next. And then I will put them on the calendar. Sometimes I'll use a pencil. Most of the time I just use a pen because I don't really care. It's just me, and I can change it up however I want. So this is the most important part, at least for me. Then I'll put the meals out, and then I will plan my menu or my grocery list accordingly. So I don't know if you guys want to see this or not. But I may as well bring you along. So I know this is going to be a long video, but let me just move you guys. Hi. Over here and down. So now you can see my calendar. And I know that I said that the first was on a Tuesday, but I sure hope it is. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And this is just a rough structure of what I'm going to have each week. I really don't, I mean, I put it on the days just so I can have it written down and know what I'm thinking. But like if I have, I don't know, the chili written down for Monday and I don't do the chili until Saturday, that does not freak me out one bit. That is perfectly fine. In my world, I don't care how that works. And this is Sunday and Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Friday, and Sat. Okay, so I want to first put down my meals, and I know I have 2 taco-y kind of meals, so I'm just going to write tacos here. So, and then when I've written that down, I kind of will put a little dot by it so I know that I have it on the calendar. Tacos, and then another, oh, chicken nachos was another Mexican dish. Chicken nachos. And then Cool Ranch chicken tacos. I'll put that down another week because I had chicken nachos there. Cool Ranch chicken tacos and ranch bean taco salad. And then I had some sort of enchiladas. Oh yeah, shredded beef enchiladas. So let's see. I will go grocery shopping on this day and on this day so that I know. So that means this week I'm going to have to plan for when I do my grocery shopping next, because this week will be the second week of my grocery shopping week. And I actually think I might switch some of these up, but that's okay. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. And then steak fajitas, I'm going to put that on a week where I'm not going to be grocery shopping because I have all the ingredients for that and they're already frozen and ready to go. So I'm just going to write that on a Saturday, I think. I think I'll do this one. I'm just going to put steak fajitas. And then I have, like I said, a couple of freezer meals. So I'm going to do those during the week because I know that I work. So there's lasagna and then pizza casserole. So there's really no rhyme or reason on how I'm doing this. Freezer. And then I want to look at the more kind of bigger meals like Cornish game hens. I'm going to write that down for this Sunday. Meatloaf is a good Sunday meal. Oops. The sour cream chicken might be a good Sunday meal. Salisbury steak could be. Chicken and gravy could be. Seems like there was something else that seemed to take a while. Shepherd's pie, country fried steak. Country fried steak is a good Saturday meal. And spaghetti is a good weeknight meal. There's an Italian dish there, so I'm going to put spaghetti right here. And chili is a great Saturday meal. So I'm just looking at all of these. Chicken and broccoli casserole, that would be a good weeknight. Italian beef sliders. I'm going to do that on a Saturday maybe. Ranch pork chops. You know what? I think that might be a good Sunday meal. And so there's only 2 days left of this month on this, or not of this month, but on this calendar. And I won't be going to the grocery store. If you notice, I will have to do my shopping for the 25th for this week and this week. So there's a couple of days still that I need to do my grocery shopping for. Actually, I'm lying. I'll do grocery shopping here for this week and then this week after. So before I can do grocery shopping on this day, I'm going to have to finish planning the rest of the month, which is exactly what I'm doing now for this week. So just so you know, that's kind of how I do all of that. Oh, pot roast. I had pot roast down here. Well, no wonder. So I'm going to put pot roast here. Because I don't have anything prepared for it ends. Oh, yes, I do. Pan-fried pork chops. Oh, well, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to write whatever I feel like right there, and we'll call it a day. Cheeseburger soup. Let's see. That might be a good week. You know what? I'm going to do that up here. Cheeseburger soup. Cheesesteak sandwiches. honey chicken. Chicken and gravy. Big Mac in a bowl, that's a good one. Big Mac in a bowl. Chicken a la king. Let's see. Chicken. Beef and broccoli. I might do that up here. Oh, I wasn't going to put anything on Fridays because those are the days that we usually have date night and we go out. So I think I'm going to leave that open for whatever we might want. And I'm just going to fill in this stuff with beef and broccoli. Salisbury steak. I don't have that written down yet. I might just go ahead and write that right here. Salisbury steak. Oh, there it is. It's like, I don't know what I did with it. And then bacon cheeseburger tots, I think I'm going to put here. I don't know. Actually, I think I'm going to put grilled chicken. It needs to have a chicken dinner in there. Let's put the bacon cheeseburger tots up here. And then I'm gonna put cheeseburgers. Here. And then I've ran out, I've written everything down. I have an extra day here, but that's because I've written other days here. It is kind of weird though how I ran out because I don't know, I didn't do anything here, so I don't know how it worked out, but I'm not going to worry about it. This is still far enough away that, I can surely have leftovers that day, or I can move something around, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. As long as I have my first two, even though I am monthly planning, as long as I have my next shopping list ready, I'm pretty good. And if I need to, I can pull out a freezer meal and just have that day. And maybe I'll just write that on here, freezer meal. And then hopefully next month I can do a whole nother meal of freezer meals for you guys so that you can see that too, because I know that you guys have enjoyed that. So here is my month of food prep, or of food ideas. I don't know if you can read that right now with all of the stuff that's going on, but there's that. And then I have my little book with everything in there. I'm not going to take that out of the book. I'm just going to leave it in and kind of use this. This book was kind of for whatever I wanted it to be for. I didn't really have a rhyme or reason for it, but I'm kind of liking the idea of using it for recipe ideas and even more recipes, as my Snoopy is almost full. He has, well, not almost, I guess. There's still several pages. Yeah, there's still quite a bit. But I will need something else, and this might be good to just kind of do menu planning in, and then use this for recipes, and then maybe I can even use a different section for some extra recipes. I don't know how I'm going to do that. This video is long enough. I should just shut up and that is how I plan for the month, and then I will go through and look at each recipe and write down what I need to get at the grocery. And that's that. So thanks, guys. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. I hope that this helped someone and that you guys can, maybe start saving some money by planning your grocery trips and understanding what you're having for your menu. that has helped us tremendously, both financially and health-wise and everything. It's really a smart, frugal thing to do. So thanks again, and I will talk with you soon. Bye-bye.